Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shift. I hope you all are doing well. I am doing amazing. I want to get into a quick video about a big issue that we have in the Black female community, and that is old hoes hating on the younger women. This is a major issue, and I'm going to explain why it's an issue and what really needs to be done about it. Now, before I get into, these old hoes, can we first get into this makeup look? Okay, ladies, come on now. Okay, the makeup is eating the girls up, honey. Okay, so if you didn't know, if you've been under a rock, I have an all women's Patreon where I get ready for my recorded and live content live with everyone. So I show you my whole process from start to finish. I show you the tips, tricks, all products I use. And while I'm doing that, we have super dope girl talk, different Q&A. We have a great growing community of women. We have a Discord group chat. We have get-togethers. We have movie nights. I have exclusive content and videos I do there that is nowhere else. And it's just all around a good time. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of women who want solutions, who are progressive. It's not a trauma bonding, it's complaining, no solutions type of community. So come join the fun, all right? You want to look good? You tired of being mean and ugly? Come to Death Row, baby. I also have a second Patreon where I have a once a week weekly live show called 6 at 6. And, I react to different content, talk about different topics there to kind of tap in. And that's a Patreon for everyone. That's not a women's only Patreon. So I will link the link for both of the Patreons in my description box for you all to come check in and come tap in with your girl. So I want to talk about old hoes in the Black community because this is a major problem that we're having. And there needs to be some type of conversation about how the game is supposed to go and how it goes for other people. But once again, us as Black women, individualistic, we don't have a code. We don't have like a system here. So the glasses are going on. The glasses go on. Y'all know I mean business. All right. So if you all have been under a rock, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion are beefing. Disclaimer, I don't care about either one of them. Do not comment. Why do you care about celebrities' business? Why does it bother you? I don't care. We're having we're using that as a catalyst to have a deeper conversation about Black women not knowing when it's time to transition into the next phase of life. Now, I think that a huge reason why we have so many Black old hoes going back and forth, hating on younger women is because we do not age like other women age. I think that's the first problem. People love to say, oh, them white girls, when they're in college, you know what I'm saying, they go ahead and lock them down and man, they go sit down. Yes, because they know that by 30, they're toast. Okay. White women always look 10 to 20 years older than what they actually are. So I think when your mortality is more visible to you, where each year that goes by, you look older and older. I can see how they're over there like, we on borrowed time, girl. Let me go ahead and go sit down right now. Of course. You know what I'm saying? I think a big issue is in Black women is we be looking the same from high school into our 20s, into our 30s. Like Black women, a lot of times don't truly start aging until their 50s. Okay. I've seen Black women in their 40s killing 20-year-olds. So it's like, dang, I think that's the first reason of why we don't take things seriously quicker, because our mortality and our aging process doesn't hit the same as non-melanated women. Okay. So Nicki Minaj is arguably the most, accomplished and one of the greatest female rappers of all time. Okay, Lil Kim just entered the chat, but I said arguably, right? Has had a long-standing career. Now I was like, okay, now, later on in her life, she had a geriatric pregnancy, to each his own, pregnant at 38 is wild. Let me shut up. Watch it be me. Okay, let me not say that. Let me not say that. But the point is, I was hoping that she was, would get married, have her children and go sit down. I don't think that women understand that the older you get, the more accomplished you get, the less you should have to prove. Okay. It is very odd to get older, yet still constantly be in conflict with other women that literally could be your daughters or your little sister. All right. So, to speak about how this beef got started is important. So, apparently, Megan did a song called Hiss. And in the song, she had a bar in the song saying, they not mad at Megan, they're mad at Megan's Law. And apparently, Megan's Law is a law that kind of permits pedophiles to be within a certain vicinity of like schools and playgrounds. And I believe the law was made from a little girl, who was deleted by a situation like that. So Nicki Minaj hears it. Now, instead of being an OG, she decides to battle with the girls. Now, this is a major problem in millennials, okay? The millennial generation, which is my generation, tends to go one or two ways. We tend to either repeat the same toxic cycles that were given to us as women, or there is some very conscious millennial sisters who see the way things were for us coming up as Black girls and say, I want better for Gen Z. Okay. Nicki Minaj definitely should have fallen into the latter, where she can say, you know what, I've accomplished so much, I've did so much, I've learned so much. Let me be a mentor. Let me be a guide to the girls coming up after me. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. Short story. I was at was it the Falcons game? I was at a Falcons game a few years ago, okay? And enjoying the game, get up to, go get some concessions. And I see this large group of Taylor Swift white, okay? Because there's different types of white. Taylor Swift type white girls. They all had their hair done, manicures, pedicures, high heels, dresses. They was all eating down. I'm just going to keep it real. The Swiftie girls, okay? The Taylor Swiftie, the Hillary Duff-ish vibe girls was eating. I'm just going to keep it real. And it was literally, it had to be at least 20 or 30 of them, okay? So I'm looking like, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? So then I look, and behind the group of girls, I see all their moms, okay? Now, see, other races of women know they don't start to fall off and get big until after their kids is grown, they've been married a long time, and then age and menopause come in, then they start getting big. We the only group of women who be fat at 12, okay? Let me just put that out there. So I know it's the mothers because they're visibly older, they're not as young and fresh. So I'm like, what is this? Like this group of girls, looking cute, got themselves together with a group of the older women behind them, walking behind them, kind of keeping an eye on them. Then now I'm invested. Now I'm just like, what is this? And why do they never have this for us? Okay. They have things like Jack and Jill for upper class Black children, but it's not even the same thing because half of the women in Jack and Jill are still hating on the girls still. And I also think another issue of why a lot of Black women hate on the younger women is because Black women don't get married and then go get out the way. Okay. You're not supposed to be 50, 60, talking your whole life about how you don't need a man. If that's what you decided, that you don't need no man, then go eat your rice and do that. But y'all be going your whole life saying, I don't need no man, I don't need no man. But then when you get old, you try to recruit other girls to also not need no man with you. And you complain about the men all the time. I thought you didn't need one. You ain't want one. Why are you complaining about them? Y'all just be lying to yourself. That's the generation I came from. Okay. The boomer generation of women that died on their heels, literally. They never admitted they were wrong. Majority of them were miserable and struggling, but lied and said they weren't because they would just perish from the earth before looking at my generation, the millennial generation, and guiding us and saying, hey, you should do better. we tried things this way, it didn't work out. There was none of that. It was, they did what they did, miserable, whether it worked or not, they just died on that hill. So many millennial women like myself all have the same sentiment of, man, I wish I would have had, XYZ information when I was younger, but we didn't, because that was not the culture. So we have to be intentional now as Black women to change that culture. It's okay to tell little sisters, hey, sis, I tried this. That wasn't it. I do not recommend. Like, that's okay. All right. So I'm looking and I'm like, wow, what are these girls, doing with, all these 20, 30 little pretty white girls with their moms here? Like, what's going on? So now I'm invested. So now I'm like a creep, like looking around, like seeing where they're going. Then I look and it's a bunch of brads. It's a bunch of brads in suit jackets and nice shoes. And I'm looking like, and they got them parlaying and ha kiki. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening here? Okay. So I see one of the moms take some of the girls into the bathroom. Me being the nosy person I am, I go in the bathroom too. I want to see what are they talking about. What is this? I'm just dying to know. Go in the bathroom. I couldn't believe it. The mothers were in there, lip glossing them, brushing their hair, lotioning them down, sprays perfume, like one by one, getting together. Okay, out. Okay, she would tell them, you look so miserable. You need to smile more. Act like you're having fun. They were coaching these girls into how to look good, sprucing them up, and showing them how to have a little riz for the boys, for the mans, little young mans. And I was like, oh my God. Any of the girls who their riz was not given, she was giving them riz advice, like, you need to smile more, you need that. What's wrong with you? Oh, you perhaps need a breath mint. And I was like, wow, back in my day, the old Black hoes would have never. And most of them would have never, because they were single. So they not going to put us on game of what to do and how to be great, because half of the time they were still hoping low key for a man, low key hoping for a husband. So God forbid they would guide us and take us out and show us the game, because honey, deep down inside, quiet as it's kept, she, as much as she say she don't need no man, I don't want no man, quiet as it kept, low key, she did want one. So they would actually let my generation, they would let you self-destruct, encourage you to be a single mom. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, you'll be just fine. Oh, you don't need this. That was the culture. Okay. So this situation with Megan and Nicki is like, listen, Nicki, go home. You're drunk. You're going out sad. And Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj, but there are many Nicki Minajs in your own community. Old hoes that don't know how to accomplish things. See, when you're in your 20s, when you're a young woman, you have to pay your dues, okay? In most cultures, the feminine in the culture, they understand, they literally bow to the feet of the older women above them, okay? Because they guide them, they protect them, okay? There is 100% a hierarchy in women, okay? When you get to a certain age, you raise children, you don't have nursed a marriage, ran a household for a certain amount of times. When you get older and you sit back, you're supposed to be revered. At this point, you ain't got nothing to prove. You ain't got to say nothing to nobody. You already know what it is. You're supposed to graduate to mother. Okay. Mother don't argue with daughter. Mother show daughter how it's done. Mother should be able to sit back and look at all the women she influenced to be better. Okay. Mother is honest, and mother is honest about mistakes she made to say to the other generation, be better than me. It's very harmful as women when you make mistakes, when you do things that didn't work out well for you, and as opposed to being vocal about that and helping the next generation, you defend it. Because no matter what you say or do, when they see you defending it and feel like you're still living and you're still breathing, they feel as though she's all right. It's not that big a deal. No, you're supposed to vehemently make it clear of how each generation can improve. Okay. So now I'm going to show you all here some of the meltdown that Nicki is having. This is insane to me. I cannot imagine being so accomplished, doing all she did for as long as she did, being well into your 40s, married, a mom, and sitting here going back and forth with women that could be your daughter is insane to me. So this is what Nicki decides to do. This is how bad she is going out. She's not on the camera, but you just kind of hear her voice. As opposed to being a guide for the young rap girlies, as opposed to being a support to them, putting them on, being a protector of them. Instead of that, this is what she's doing.
You can make as many motherfucking fake pages as you want to. You the one that lied on your dead mama. On your dead mama, lied 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 on your dead mama. Your dead mama. Bitch took lying to her dead to a new level, bitch. But every one of y'all, bloggers, YouTubers, all of y'all, let me tell y'all something. What my pen don't catch, the universe will. Ask about my prophecies. Lying on your dead mama, lie 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 on your dead, on your dead mama, on your dead mama. She said she lied on her dead mama, on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama. Now she wanna go on Gayle King and lie, lie. Lie, you a lie, you nasty little lie, you bitch always lie, you beat, you fuck your friend, bitch, you wild. Nah. Whoop. If you high your age, bitch fucked her. Yo, these are the type of women that I thought women are. I always feel genuinely happy for someone when I see them in love, and especially when a woman is trying to have a baby or decides that they're gonna have children. And you could see the video that I posted on my Twitter. This evil demonic serpent said, even on camera, after I tried to tell her off camera, hey, no, I can't do that, I'm not drinking, you know. And then even in the video, see her attention is on my husband. Go and watch the video on Twitter. The type of woman that can't wait to be around someone's man, to see if they'll pay her
Child, when I tell you, you know, it always amazes me because that's always what an ain't shit bitch. That's always the first thing she do. Okay, whenever a woman is threatened by you and she's just losing herself, honey, that's the first thing she gonna do is your mama dead. There's always gonna be references to that. So that's so crazy to me to stoop to that level based upon what? Is this the other?
And I know you listening right now, you fragment foot bitch.
Like you know, sweetie, you over here with early onset Alzheimer's, okay? You can't even get all the stumbling and stuttering, honey. You can't even get your thoughts out. Imagine trying to go back and forth with a girl who could be your daughter, and your early onset Alzheimer's kicks in to where you can't even formulate. You fragment. What is it? Let me get my AARP card. Fragment foot. Oh, you not mad at Megan. You mad at Megan's Law. Oh, yeah, well, your mama died. Okay, and you got shot. A woman that's well into her 40s and very accomplished in her career. Okay. Now, the reason why we're going through this, because I want y'all to really see what it looks like and how bad it looks when a woman refuses to transition to the next phase of life. Let's continue. Oh, it gets worse.
Bullet fragment foot bitch. Bullet fragment bitch. She a bullet fragment bitch. Now listen here, ho. Get up on your good foot. Bitch, I said get up on your good foot, not your bad foot. Fucking no, bitch. I fucking dare you, bitch. And I know you listening right now, you fragment, fragment foot bitch.
So the moral of the story is, ladies, don't let this be you. Black women, please, can we get ourselves together and just know when it's time to go home? You're drunk. You had enough to drink. You're done. Okay? Just go home. You drunk. All right? Let it be. It is what it is. I find this to be pitiful. Nikki, the way this should have went is, have your career. You just drop an album, focus on your music. I ain't even listen to the album. That's how much I don't care. I couldn't even bring myself to care. I don't really want to hear what no 40 plus year old woman, you over here on Kai Sanat live stream. Why are you on Kai Sanat live stream, ma'am? Why? You hanging out with kids, you just doing too much. Like, it is so much more appealing in life. Okay, you have your glory days, you have your fun, and then you supposed to sit back, lay back, and you ain't got to prove nothing no more. You ain't got to prove nothing, and help the younger girls, help the younger generation. Ladies, don't let this be you. Know when it's time to bow out, and bow out gracefully. All right. To me, any woman that's married to a pedo, I mean, she doesn't even exist to me. That's how my brain works. And it kind of makes sense as to why she's with a man who is a pedo, because she's not a grown up in her mind. Nikki has some serious inner child wounds that she needs to heal, because she's not coming from the mindset of a grown woman. That's just the truth. Okay. So much better just go to the next level than going out sad like that. So this whole thing is ridiculous to me. Like I said, there's many Nicki Minaj's out there. She ain't the only one that do this bad behavior. So I'm curious to know, what do y'all think in the comments? Let me know. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I will see you all on the next one.